out here. Okay, so now everything is fixed.
This is her.
Everybody can be heard, right? Everybody loves everybody. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so glad that everybody's here. Welcome to the Chit Chat podcast where we chit and we chat. And apparently, we do IT professional help too, somehow. My name is Trey.
We
This
don't
is
need no
Shakis.
IT. We
Shut
need
up!
the IT.
Shut up, Chris! Shut up! Damn it! Shut up, Shakis. I called you Chris because I'm still residually mad at Chris. Woo! Y'all, you been paying attention to the news, Shakis? You been paying attention to the
I've been paying
Netflix?
attention. I've been paying attention to the Netflix.
Bro, bro, the Netflix is out here wild now. So, if y'all didn't know, and I feel like we actually talked about this yesterday during the Hangout stream, man, Netflix is trying to be out here acquiring Warner Brothers, the company that brings us all them fancy DC movies, all these good spectacles. The Netflix is out here saying, "Hey, Warner Brothers, let me talk to you real quick." And you know what Warner Brothers said? Warner Brothers said, "Yes, yes, talk to me real quick," and don't want to talk to nobody else. Suspiciously, bro. Suspiciously, don't want to talk to nobody else. Paramount came in, tried to slide in on the DMs too, like, "Hey, let me talk to you more." Netflix trying to acquire Warner Brothers for like, what was it? 83, 82 million, a billion?
It was like 72 billion,
It
but
was
it would
like,
end up being like 83, something like that, because WB has so much debt, and it would be taking on that debt as well. And they're trying to pay cash for shares.
yeah,
They
yeah, I
pay
saw that
like
today.
almost 80% in cash.
But the craziest part, right? The craziest part on top of that is Paramount, I believe, came in with a bigger offer.
A
Was
much
like,
bigger offer.
what was the Paramount offer? How much?
Over $100 billion.
100
After, after including all the debt and stuff, over 100 billion with a B
with a
dollars.
B. $100 billion, bro. Hold up. Let me
They
throw
were
up
going to be
the
paying 30. They were offering $30 per share, cash,
bro.
and the rest of it is going to be in. It will be in Paramount shares, but you get $30 per share up front. Up front.
How do we get one? They have a website. Did you see this? They I don't know if this is a Netflix like official website, which is also suspicious. I don't know. We can come back to what you're
I'm looking
saying,
at
but
the streams. See
you
what you
see this?
saying. Yeah.
They have an actual website for this. Um, for this whole stream. It's like so like there's already like this already feels like there's something going on together with Netflix and Warner Brothers. So Paramount coming in wanting to give this a hundred billion. Netflix says no. Or Warner Brothers says no. Netflix being really keyed in on this deal with this website right here, because you can take money, put up a website is like being on a on a social media platform saying, "Hey, we're official." You know what I'm saying? Like they're not talking.
Got
They're
me
not.
right, dog.
We are in the relationship now. So like, what's going on? Why? Because what I got somebody got to have pictures on somebody. Somebody got like David Coleslaw got to have like somebody at Netflix got to have
David
because of
Coleslaw.
compromising. David Coleslaw had to be on Epstein Island because
I'm
somebody,
not calling him by his actual name after this, by the
bro,
way.
that I can never remember
His
his
name
name. He
is
don't.
fucking.
It's David.
But now it's
David.
coleslaw. It's coleslaw now.
David Zolomad is out here going to Thailand picking up little ladyboys or something, because how do they have all this ready to go? Why are they so keen on just being owned by to just shuttle away and is being given to Netflix? It seems mad suspicious, especially with Netflix's plans for movies. in the after this deal has been finalized. Do you know Netflix is playing for movies after this deal's done?
Let us know.
Netflix is like, hey, so you know how we got, and I talked about this yesterday. You know how we got a pipeline for movies that goes 3 months in the theaters, and then after that we'll go on VOD. Yeah, we shortening that shit. We it might be a week. You might see the movie in theaters for a week, and then it's coming up to Netflix.
Freaking, what's this guy's name? Ted Sarandos. Bro doesn't respect cinema.
Oh, he absolutely doesn't. He
Like,
absolutely
just
doesn't.
doesn't has no respect for like the theater experience and how culturally significant it is. Like, I just he feels like going to the theater is an outdated way of watching movies. Do you
Look,
want to know how most people watch movies at home?
how much do people watch movies at home?
They watch movies at home while they're doing something else. They're
Yep.
doing their chores, they're cooking, they got their kids, and they're parenting. Not just putting the movie on. They're parenting their children while the movie's on. All this other stuff's going on. If you can tell me that you're watching a movie while you're doing something else, I can tell you that you didn't watch the movie.
Yep.
That's a fact.
That is
Like, you
100% a fact.
can't watch movies, TV shows, anything, and do anything else at the same time. It's just not that type of activity.
No.
Multitasking while watching film is not a thing. You can't do that. And absorb the material at the same time. Let me put that in there. If you want to watch a movie, you should just watch a movie. But when people are at home, they don't just watch movies.
No.
Like, that's not. That's why we have so much discourse online. People don't actually know what they're watching because they're
I
not able to pay attention to it because they're doing something else.
but see,
That's just how it is.
I can agree with watching something at home and having that be like a viable way to watch it. I agree with you that it's not that you're not able to absorb the material right when you do that at home. But man, sometimes people just want to they want to be able to pause, go pee, make them some food. That makes sense to
Yeah,
me, right? That makes sense to me.
it does.
But having the theater experience for a limited time, right? And like I said, it's gotten shorter than it has been in previous years, right? Because the timeline for movies to the theater, I mean, for movies for the theater to your home has gone from like 6 months down to maybe 3 months, right? And to me, 3 months in the theater, okay, that's a good enough time, right? That's good enough for enough people to go see it, to have that experience. And then after it's made all this money, all that good stuff, you can see it at home. You can watch it while you're changing your babies and all this stuff, and fucking make your sandwich and stuff like that. Okay, that's good, right?
That's a refresher,
That's a
not
refresher.
the initial experience, right?
Yeah. Yes. That is a refresher. Now that is an experience for those people who can't get out to the theater. And okay, not to play devil's advocate for this whole situation because I do think this is going to be ridiculous, and I'll tell you a little bit more why I think it's ridiculous in a second. But this does cut down on the possibility of getting spoiled on things like how we always talk about the Marvel films, right? How Marvel themselves will spoil their own thing before it even gets to before you even get to watch it at home. They out here talking about Thanos demands your silence, but then the next day after the movie's over. So anyway, yo man, when Tony Stark died, crazy. That was
Just
crazy.
have a Iron Man gauntlet next to a grave marker as the image for your post, and
Right.
everyone's like, the movie came out yesterday.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't go see it with 500 other people in the freaking theater.
Right. Like, come on,
My
bro.
bad. I'll make it
I
wait a
have a
day or
job.
two.
In the words of Chris, I have a job. Mr. I'll be
Like,
working.
look, he should be in the old way. He should be bowing to Chris who saved the stream today. That's
That was
all.
that was an honest mistake. I want you to understand I made an honest mistake. Um
I mean, look, I get
I'm
it.
so mad.
I work part time at a movie theater, right? So like I deal with the regular population of people who go to, at least my movie theater. Um and as an employee at a movie theater, it is too expensive to go to the movies.
That is
A
another.
family of four gonna be spending if movie tickets are about $15 now
Depending on
for
where you
kids.
go, depending on where you are and where you
And
go,
of
because
course,
because
you go to
I
like your more local locations. They got like five,
yeah,
$10,
I go to the
stuff like
Danville
that.
movie theater and it's at after matinee it's like $12 I think,
Right.
which is
And
still
if you
high.
go to my theater, if you go to my theater on Tuesdays, you can see movies for $6, $7. Not doing a thing. But it's either 5.99, 6.99, one of those two. Um and popcorn is $12. A drink is $10 to $12, and a drink is like $8 to $10. So you're spending $30 on concessions for the most you can get with refills and stuff, and then you're paying another $60, $70 just for your movie tickets. And that's if you don't subscribe to the movie theater subscription, because that's a thing that exists for lots of movie theater chains now.
Also, if you don't
Which
get
I
food,
recommend. And if you don't get extra food on top of that, because they selling it's Chick-fil-A at the movie theaters now, essentially.
without
Starbucks
the quality.
theaters now. Um, and it's just theaters don't make a lot from the movie, so they gotta sell concessions. And the
Right.
price of concessions since I started working there has gone up exponentially. They keep adding different food options, all this stuff, and it's just people are sheep. So they're gonna want to buy food because it's available, even though, there's certain food you shouldn't eat at a movie theater, but we sell it anyway. Um, but
Let me interject right there.
people are spending one
Allow
hundred to $200 per trip.
allow me to interject real quick because you bring up some good points that because and this all happened, but I feel like you could track the rise in all these prices too when streaming started, um causing people wanting to go to the movie theaters less. So now imagine this then. This is either going to kill theaters outright. This might be the death knell for theaters if Netflix does this type of thing. Um, but two, uh, this is going to give people less of an incentive to go to the theaters, and then thereby causing theater revenue to go down exponentially lower, right? Because we're talking about all of Warner Brother Pictures, um, whatever their slate of stuff is coming out. Now you still have other movie studios bringing out their stuff, Paramount, Sony, whatever, Disney, all that good stuff. But let's say, right, not counting indie films from indie studios and things like that. Let's say 1/4 of your movies are now being showed in the theater for a week and then straight to streaming. All right, that's a
People
big
aren't going to show
chunk.
up.
People aren't going to show up. Why would you show up to the theater for I'll wait a couple days. Unless
Why go to the theater
unless
and spend $100 when you can wait a week and see Supergirl at home?
right,
You know,
right.
that's what Ted Sarandos wants, right? That's the mindset of the people that he's got in mind as the consumer is why go pay more money when you can pay $30 for your Netflix every month, because the price of Netflix is definitely going to
It's
go up
definitely
because it
gonna
still
go
goes up.
up because
It'll
and
probably double.
what
Like
one
crazily enough, it's probably going to double.
we I think we might have talked about this in the group chat, but people and a lot of people are wondering with them buying Warner Brothers. I think they've already decided. I might have saw that they decided, and maybe you saw. You can correct me, but uh, people have wondered, if this is going to happen, are you going to keep Max a separate app, or are you going to do like Disney Plus is doing with Hulu and put them all in the same app in different sections? You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah, I mean it's weird because I have like the Disney Hulu bundle thing. It's the only subscription that I
It's
pay
all
for.
right.
Uh, and they're separate, but there's lots of content available just on both. And I think Disney Plus might have just about everything on there, even though Hulu also has its own slate of stuff. I'm not 100%, because I kind of just use it mostly for the Hulu, but they were bundled together for such a cheap price that I was like, yeah, why not? Um,
How else are you gonna
which
watch Wonder
is
Man?
probably what they're gonna do for for Netflix. I mean, I feel like they're probably gonna follow the model. Disney already kind of set the precedent on that, so if it's working for Disney, then I don't see why Netflix wouldn't do almost the exact same thing.